Number 40. Says 4x minus 12 times 7x plus 28. This is using what's called the zero product property. You have these two factors multiplied together and set equal to 0, so one of them must equal 0, so you set them equal to 0 individually. 4x minus 12 equals 0, or separately 7x plus 28 equals 0. You can solve both of these individually. Here, adding 12 to both sides, you get 4x is 12, then dividing by 4, x is 3. This is one of your solutions. Here, subtracting 28 on both sides, you get 7x is a negative 28, and dividing by 7, x is a negative 4. These are the two solutions to that equation. What's going on with my dang phone? Number 42. M squared plus 14m minus 15. They're asking us to factor this. That means break it up into two things that multiply to give it. I'm not sure how our teachers demonstrate how to factor, but you want to make this m squared. You need an m times m. Since this second operator is a subtraction, one of these will be a plus, one's a minus. To multiply to give 15, amongst other things, it's 15 and 1. It'll be a positive 15 and a minus 1. You can verify that this thing is equal to this thing by m times m will give m squared. And probably she may have used this acronym FOIL: first, outer, inner, last. M times m is m squared. That's the first term. The last two, 15 times minus 1, that's at minus 15. The outer and the inner, that's a 15m and a negative 15m. That sums for this 14m in the middle. These two multiply and sum to give that middle term. $45 5x squared minus 30x plus 40. First thing you should do here is factor the greatest common factor. 5 goes into all those terms, so you're left with 5x squared minus 6x plus 8. That's dividing each one of these by 5 yields that. Now it's the same as the previous one. To get an x squared, we need an x times x. Since this operator, second operator, is a plus, there would be 2 of these, 2 minuses. 8 is 4 times 2. Negative 4x and a negative 2x will give this negative 6x in the middle. X times x gives x squared. Negative 4 times negative 2 is a plus 8. $48. $48. A rock is thrown from the top of a building. The distance d is given by, it says d is equal to negative 16 t squared minus 4t plus 382. The question is, how long after the rock is thrown will it be? 370 feet from the ground. We want to know how long. The question is, at what time will the distance equal 370? So we're going to take this d being 370 and substitute it into d. Substitute it in place of d. So we have 370 is equal to negative 16 t squared minus 4t plus 382. I'm going to, at this point, there's a lot of ways you could go about solving it. We're going to set this equation equal to 0 and factor, because that's kind of what was going on earlier in this exercise. So to set this equal to 0, we'll subtract 370 on both sides. Left side is 0. We have negative 16 t squared minus 4t plus 12. I'm going to divide both sides by negative 4. So this leaves 4t squared plus t minus 3. From here to here, I divided by negative 4. That was just to give, these all had a common factor of 4, but I wanted a positive coefficient of that squared term. Now we can factor this. 4t squared will be 4t times t. This minus means one's a plus and one's a minus. It'll be a plus and a minus. 3 will be 3 times 1. 3 here and a 1 here. So we could set, again, we can set both of these factors individually equal to 0, but this first one is the only one that's going to yield a positive result. 4t minus 3 is equal to 0. Adding 3 to both sides, we get 4t is 3. Dividing by 4, t will be 3/4. It's 0.75 seconds. Alright, I know if this is going too fast, y'all can give me a holler and I'll be glad to visit with her about it.